This is a baby Sambucus nigra plant. This is the most commonly used medicinal elderberry, but most of them will work as long as they're not toxic ones. All the berries until they're ripened are quite toxic. They're full of a cyanogenic glycoside that can cause some pretty terrible digestive issues, so we don't eat the berries before they're ripe, and we generally heat process them because that stops the cyanogenic glycoside from being a problem. But originally these berries were used for constipation and conditions like that, and they were used fresh, and that's why, because they're going to cause a digestive upset. So I personally don't eat the berries raw. Some people do, but there you go. That's the history behind the berries and what they were used for originally. Now we use them more for relieving the symptoms of cold and flu, and also shortening the duration of cold and flu, so that it's less effective against us. This is another elderberry plant. It's called golden leaf elderberry. It produces the berries as well, and they are non-toxic. They can be used. And the flowers. And the flowers we use more so on the onset of a cold or flu, the elderberries beforehand, and the flower during the infection, just because they're more effective in helping the immune system along when there is an actual infection, and the elderberries are better at keeping the immune system going. There are some whispers of it helping cholesterol or hypercholesteremia. I haven't seen any papers or anything on whether it's effective or not. Certainly I don't think it would hurt. It is full of polyphenols, so that's going to help with antioxidants and things like that, and it has some gentle circulatory stimulant effects as well. So mostly in the peripheral, it will help to kind of, it dilates the veins, so it opens them up and it helps the circulation that way, is my assumption. So there are some other things that it can be used for, but generally we use elderberry as a cold and flu remedy. We make a syrup with it. You can make elderberry wines. I'm getting bitten by ants here, so we might go inside and talk about elderberry. Some dehydrated elderberries, that's what they look like after they've been taken off the plant, off the stem, and dehydrated, and that's the product that we use to make our syrups. Some people make elderberry wines, some people make a alcohol extract. There's all sorts of different things that people can do with elderberry, including some culinary things, but we generally just grow it for cold and flu prevention and treatment. So we use in our syrup both the flower and the berry, because usually we're having the syrup when we're actually starting to get sick or actually sick, and so we're covering both bases there with the elderberry. Unfortunately, the plant that I just showed you, both of those plants, don't have any flowers on them anymore because we have harvested both the berries and the flowers. But there you go. These are the fresh berries still on the stem, and you want to make sure that when you get the berries off the stem to process them, that there's no stems there, because they are quite toxic. So you only want the berries when you're going to use them for medicine, or to make elderberry wine, or to make elderberry pie, or whatever it is that you're going to do with those elderberries.